G'day there. Um, so I guess I don't really spread information with my channel. Like, I'm not spreading information like showing travel because I don't really travel. I can't afford to at the moment and stuff. But yeah, I don't share cooking tips or um, speak of, words of knowledge of educational. They're not educational videos or anything like that. It's basically me blabbering about, I don't know, being a being. I don't really identify as a like person because it wasn't it was nothing, but a being who's been diagnosed as schizo, and me blabbering a little bit about it. And so, um, and I don't know if anyone can get anything out of this video, like if maybe relate, if anyone can relate at any level, if anyone can relate at any level to any of it. And, I myself have watched videos of other schizos or other ones, just blabbering a little. And I can enjoy a good blabber every now and then, you're listening to as well, depending on who the being be who blabber. If it's a one that goes with me, then it might be okay to listen to. So I feel like I don't have a people. I feel like I don't have a people. I don't have a family. And like I'm bullied, like bully vibed, isolated and excluded from community and society by pretty much all cultures and religions. Like, because there's some very powerful people who abused me and made a lot of money off me. And, they're friends with judges and prime ministers and shit like that. So, and they look like the perfect role models and the perfect people. And maybe they incited hate on me or something, but it seems like I'm getting, bully vibed and isolated and excluded by like all cultures and religions, like the Muslims, the Jews, the Christians, the Satanists, the atheists, the Buddhists, pretty much everyone sort of disrespecting me, looking at me with hatred and disrespect and excluding and isolating and very disrespectful to me too. And Chico, baby, Chico. And yeah, it's just year after year. It gets bloody old. Like, it's just so old. Year after year. And I turn the other cheek. I mean, what can I do? If it's seemingly like almost everyone against me all by myself, what am I going to do? I'm not a violent person. I'm not a person, but I don't even know martial arts. I've never punched. I did a boxing class at a gym once or twice, but I don't know sort of self-defense. And even if I did know self-defense, how am I going to take on the whole world of disrespectful bully and stealing from me and making stuff, money and stuff off me? How am I going to do that, So what can I do? Turn the other cheek and avoid them is what I've been doing. And you know what? Year after year after year, I turn the other cheek. I turn the other cheek and I avoid them. And I turn the other cheek and I avoid them. And when I do interact with people, I am polite and kind. Authentically, actually. And year after year, it continues. They don't get sick of it. I read somewhere like, oh, what do you do if you're getting, bullied or disrespected or stolen from and this and that? Oh, just ignore them and avoid them. They'll get bored. They're not bored. They love disrespecting and bullying and hating on me year after year, and they're still not bored of it. They love sort of being abusive towards me and isolating me and making sure that I never have friends. They said I'm not to exercise, I'm not to have my own eyes and nature and space and spirit and colors and aurora and holy shit and all I am. So I want to reclaim my true self, but yeah, so what the fuck does one do? So today, I was so upset. I went out, I attempted to exercise. So I went to the gym, 5 minutes. 5 minutes at the gym. But it was a really unpleasant atmosphere at the gym. I felt, like such a outs everyone at the shopping centre were like looking down at me and disrespectful. Just horrible. I didn't want to be among these people, and it was sort of all cultures and religions, as usual. So I don't have a people. Even the outsiders are disrespectful and horrible to me. That's how intelligent and clever my abusers are, that they even got other outsiders to be against me. Other people have been bullied. They even got them against me. That's how clever they are. And I had a director who pretended to be me and stuff and set me up and made money off me and horrible. He was chatting with people around the world, real popular, fabulous, pretending to be me while I was isolated and bullied and alone and hated. And he was all, thriving in money and golden moments, just like the rest of them who stole from me and shit. But anyway, yes, I was so upset. I did only 5 minutes at the gym. Then I had a shower, and I'm so obese and fat now. My belly is huge. I put on 20 kilo. As I said, my partner, I met my partner like 2.5 something years ago, and he fed me a lot. He gifted me cheesecakes and Snickers all the time, and I was dumb. I didn't say no. I just kept eating them. Apparently, he liked that I got a bit bigger, so to say. But yeah, I'm a bit too obese for my liking, perhaps. But yeah, and then once I put on 20 kilo, I started eating healthy again, and still couldn't lose weight. So. And also, I stopped exercising. I had these malicious fuckwits saying, "Oh, you're not allowed to exercise." I thought, well, I'll exercise anyway. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't? And then every time I attempted to exercise, I felt like this hateful, oppressive energy, sort of saying I'm not allowed to exercise and actually stopping me from exercising. And actually, that if I went to the old gyms that I went to, that I felt like one personal trainer was killing my barrier reef and my barrier reef time, and that's pretty holy shit. And another one was sort of, oppressing me and belittling me, and mocking me, sort of. And, shit like that everywhere. It was very horrible. Anyway, so the thing is, I guess, oh yeah, then so I got back home from the gym and was very upset that I have no friends. I don't think I'll ever have friends. The so-called friends that I had, and when I made a video not having friends. Oh, they didn't want to be my friends because I don't have a fancy job. Well, you know, not the other ones who don't have jobs, they don't want to be my friends either. And it's not about that. My real eyes were workaholic, but they must have been slaves because I never got paid, and other bodies got paid for what I did. And it was educated stuff too, actually, but I can't prove it. So, but yeah. So what does one? Oh yeah, and I got back home, and my partner put on Ravi around the world, Ravi travels, and Ravi is beautiful. He's stunning. That anyone so stunning can exist. Oh my god! Like, and Ramel, he's another stunner. Anyway, Ravi put Ravi on, and that just made everything better. I mean, I was devastated. I was so upset, so fed up. I even had a bit of a blah, 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 in the car, like, fuck, everyone's horrible. I'll never have a friend. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever have. I mean, these people surrounding me will never be my friend, especially not those who did this sort of treatment and disrespect and bullying and stealing and oppression of me year after year. Never, never welcome to be my friend. But someone like Ravi, now that's another story. Yeah, I think that's someone that we would be friends with any day and night and beyond. Gorgeous, fabulous. Anyway, and watched a little of his channel. So thank you, partner, for playing Ravi. And and Ravi spoke about lots of places because he travels around the world, and he says, and he was at this location, and he said, you know, this is an inclusive location where one is included. He said, I feel like my authentic self here. Like, I feel like my authentic self. Whereas other places it's, you know, oppressive, and you're not allowed, because he's gay, I think, or part of the LGBTQ, and it's sort of very oppressive, like, oh, you're not allowed to be you. You're not allowed to be yourself. You're not allowed to be yourself. You're not allowed to exist. You're not even allowed to breathe as far as we're concerned. We just want to oppress you and enslave you and abuse you and hate you and isolate you. But in these places, he felt like his authentic self, and that's fabulous. Where can I feel like my authentic self? I mean, the only place I remember feeling like my authentic self is South Australia, out country.
You're not watching TV?
No, I'm going to watch Ravi again. Yeah. So, yes, in South Australia, had 5 acres to live on, and like, I felt like, yeah, you know, a lot of the people who visited us were disrespectful of me and didn't like me. I mean, that was obvious. But apart from that, I got to feel like my authentic self. Like, feel like one's authentic self and just feel this peacefulness and love and joy of just being oneself and being able to breathe and just be, like, be and be and be and be one's authentic self and breathe and exist and not be oppressed constantly and disrespected and abused. And it was fabulous. And we didn't really go out to shops often, once a fortnight, but when we did, I guess he was a respected citizen, so maybe that's why they weren't so abusive there. And I guess me and my partner here are seen as losers. We're not, though. We're very valuable. But I guess if we are valuable and they think we'll be their little slaves and shit, and even if we are valuable, it's still, they want to, Anyway, so thank God or Alhamdulillah or whatever one says for Rabbi. I have a soft spot in my heart for Islam, but I'm against some of the beliefs. I really don't agree with, but there's a lot in there that resonates with me. But I still can't be of any religion at the end of the day, I reckon. I don't think I can be religious. Also, I think I said like Ilan and Kettle, of platonic sisterhood. I don't know if that was about sharing husband or what it was. And the way I was bullied and treated by everyone was, and, year after year, hell no, never again. I'll not share if I ever was to marry or whatever. And, and I don't want to be a swinger and shit, but, it would be great to have liberation and freedom of oneself and one is and sex and so forth, but in a way one approves of. I approve. So I started dressing modestly, and I started covering my arms and dressing more modestly. I don't wear anything above the knees, and it's not because I'm super religious. It's not because I think it's wrong to dress this or that, and it's not because I'm obese, but it feels right for me to cover. So I'll show you my tat. See, that's like a Grimm riding a pony by a rainbow. I'm not gay, but like I crave a divine masculine, but apparently I have to be that within myself, they said, because I was trying to study Tao, this and that and other stuff, and oh yeah, I am water and nature and that, but I don't know if I can find that masculinity within me to be it, but I crave it. But they say if you crave it, you got to be it. But anyway, the little Grimm and that, it doesn't, I'm going to have to cover that tattoo because it gets misunderstood, I thought it was cute and that's why I got it. And I got to cover that tattoo too because that gets misunderstood too. So I might do some tattoo cover-ups. But I pretty much always go out with long sleeves nowadays. Well, I'm wearing short sleeves, but I pretty much always go outside with long sleeves nowadays. But I like different clothes styles. I like 80s. And I have net gloves and so I love 80s and leg warmers and neck gloves. I got some gothic style. I don't know anything about the occult, but I do know that I love that style of housing and clothing. Well, a lot of it anyway. A lot of that style, housing and clothing and stuff, I think can look so cozy and elegant and stunning. And it doesn't mean that I'm some occultist or witch or satanist or anything like that. I'm not. But I dig the style. It's stunning, So I guess my thought is if I Well, I did actually I wore a gothic dress the other day. But I guess I wanted to be modest because the gothic dress sort of, well, it was like showed the shoulders, and I just put a long sleeve shirt on top, just so that it would be a bit more modest. And then I wore my gothic boots with it. So here are my orange gloves. See my orange neck gloves? I have other colours too. I haven't worn my gloves in ages. But right here, look, pink, pretty pink. But yeah, I just dress for comfort mainly. There it is, the other one. So yeah, yes, I'm so modest in my dress, even wearing long sleeve hairdress. I'm not hairdress. Even wearing long sleeve swimsuit. You know, like a rashi. Some call it wetsuit. Some call it rashi. Yes, I seem to be that modest that I'm even wearing a rashi lately. Long sleeve swimsuit, and I guess it protects the skin. But the thing is, I have the most stunning swimsuit. It's like one shoulder, like one shoulder's missing. It's just one shoulder, and it's got see-through net on the belly, like just one shoulder, and then it goes across down like that, and then it's got see-through mesh on the belly. It is stunning. It's like, it is so sexy. It is such a sexy swimsuit, and it is stunning. But I just got this idea in my head that I'm going to dress more modestly and cover my body and cover my skin more. I don't know if it's to protect my skin and self, or if I felt something with, you know, or if it was a spiritual, religious thought, but yeah, I just thought I'd cover a bit more skin. But look, my pink gloves. So I started wearing my nails natural. I don't do anything with them, my natural ones. I just cut them with nail scissors and don't do anything with them. But maybe I'll I don't know if I'll put nail polish on in the future. Oh, that one's the whole hands. Yeah. Yes. I might put nail polish on in the future, or something. But yeah, I just wanted to say that when you feel like maybe another schizo, I'm not a schizo, I have PTSD. I'm not a schizo, I have PTSD, but some very powerful people gave it to me. So, well, I mean, not powerful in what I think power is, but what society thinks and how to influence others and give diagnoses and so forth. Intelligent, very intelligent abusers. Anyway, so oh, what was I going to say? I can't remember now. Pull my hair out. So I'm going to try and start exercising more. So what is it? Oh yeah, 5 minutes at the gym today. 5 minutes is something and something is something. Did I say what I said the other day? I was devastated because I thought, oh, am I going to be a Muslim? And then I'm like, I can't be one. I can't, because I don't want to believe in hell, and I don't think it's okay to have sex with a young child, and I don't want to believe in hell for anyone, of eternal suffering. And then I was having some sort of breakdown. I'm like, because I don't know, I felt I felt a love in my heart for a lot of it, but I still can't be of any religion. And then I was having some form of, and also Ravi, like as if Ravi, the most stunning of us all, is going to hell for eternity for existing, as if, like, how pure and stunning and fabulous is he? As if he's gonna, you know, if there was a God who would put the holy him to suffer for being himself, that would not be Aramani Rahim, which is the most compassionate, the most merciful, and the most compassionate, the most merciful, would not put pure stunningness to suffer forever, just for being themselves. I mean, I actually don't even think the putridest of putrid fuckwits should suffer for eternity. I mean, they should just be kept the fuck away from me, but not suffer for eternity. Yeah, so I can't find a religion or that suits me. In the New Age spirituality, there just seems to be a lot of fakeness and bullshit involved in there. So I just can't find a belief system or a people that fits me or suits me. And if I was an outsider, fine, but the fact that I'm disrespected and bullied, it just makes it difficult. If I could feel like myself and be myself, and that would make it easier. But to feel like my holiness of who I am, all of my holiness of who I am, like my eyes, my education, my work, my energy, my spirit, my space, my light years, my aurora, my colors, my nature, taken. I mean, and then, yeah, so anyway, so I was having some sort of breakdown. I don't know anything, because I can't be a Muslim. I can't. And I can't be a New Ager or any other religion. I can't. I'm like, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And I don't know anything. And yeah, and then this fabulous man that I follow came before me like a vision in the head, or like a saying, something. And then immediately then I go, I know something. I know something. I know something. I know how to make banana muffins. I know how to make banana muffins. Like, just keep it simple, And, even if one has memory loss, okay, this is soft material. I know something. I know something. And if all I know is that this material feels soft, then that's something, So, yeah, to try and not use words like I know nothing. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. But as something. Even if all you know is that, to me, I know that to me this material feels soft. That's all. And I know to me this hair feels soft. If that's all one knows, because something is something. Yeah, anyway, so when one doesn't feel like one has a family or a people or a belong anywhere, and one doesn't really belong anywhere and on top of that is disrespected and abused and stolen from another and oppressed and other horrific things. And I mean, if you're oppressed with another people, you sort of have each other, but I guess, my partner and dog, but my dog is like she, he, they, because it seems like he's got so many within him, is really old now, and I don't know how I'm going to survive may pass soon. How does one survive that? But I guess maybe have some sort of faith or belief in something. Okay, so my advice for anyone else who feels like they have, if there's anyone else out there who feels like, I don't have a family, I don't have a people, and I'm disrespected and oppressed, and I feel like I can't breathe and I can't feel my own eyes, I can't feel my own spirit in my own body, can't feel myself, my nature, and I feel like I can't barely exist, and things are pretty fucked. What can I do? Well, you can watch Ravi Around the World, I think it's called. Ravi Roth or something, I think it's called. And yeah, and there's a few fabulous channels on YouTube that can brighten one's day, even if one doesn't have friends, even if one like me doesn't have friends. Things like that can brighten one's day or lift one's mood, and even if everyone bullies you and hates you and treats you like shit and you're disrespected, and you go, oh, well, flies love shit. Yeah, and I mean, beyond shit. So even the flies sort of hate you. Well, still keep the faith that true beauts exist. Even if you can't see them. See, I was a shadow. Like all these fuckwits were, stealing light years and prancing around in their light. And I was, a shadow, and I couldn't even feel myself. Just walking around like this empty shadow, can't even feel fuck. I'm feeling dead, sort of. But, I'm alive because I have a heartbeat and stuff. I don't think I'm a zombie either. I don't eat brains. Yeah, I don't really eat brains. Anyway, so yeah, if others have similar experience, keep the hope, keep the faith. And you know what they did to me? They took away my horse riding. I think my old horse might have betrayed me and lied about me because maybe she was jealous of who I am as a horse. Yeah, so she might have lied about me, and all the horse people destroyed me and lied about me and bullied me too, as did all the other people. Fuck. So they took that, but yeah, anyway, just keep the faith, and tributes do still exist, and yeah, and it's very sad, and I can't believe that there's people who don't have food, and who are homeless, and that's just that's horrific. Everyone should have food and community or kindness or some goodness, and safe place to sleep and some kindness and stuff. And it's outrageous. And what can one do? Well, you can give a few bucks to charity, I suppose. I try and give a few bucks to charity. But the thing is, some of the charities get some so-called volunteers who are power crazed. I went to like a women's group with a charity for like, oh, inclusion. And yeah, I was pretty isolated from their group. It was like, oh, the group except for her, as usual. And some charities, like, they really oppress and they get power kicks, like the volunteers. One homeless guy, or used to be homeless, he said he went to a homeless charity once, and the people treated him so disrespectfully. They were like having the biggest power kicks, like, you do as you're told, you sit there and behave. And they were having total power trips and oppressing him, disrespecting him. And he ended up, he was lining up and hanging around them to try and get a bed for the night. And they were so disrespectful to him. And they were volunteers, but they were all on a power trip for, we're your superiors. And he ended up just walking out, and good on him. Shouldn't be treated that way. Anyway, love, love, love. But to tributes to and for me anyway. Anyway, Ciao, ciao for now. Ciao, ciao for now.